Welcome, fellow fans of Clash of Clans, friends and fam from around the world. It is your host, Galadon, and we are in the midst of another exciting CWL, or should I say the end, because I did respect Tribe and the other clans, and I waited until the entire week of CWL was over to go ahead and expose the bases, the armies, and the OP attack strategies employed by so many Champion 1 players this season. But let's just get down to business and talk about these Inferno Dragons and just how game-breaking they were this week. Absolutely crazy. Now, this is obviously not brand new. Players have been using Inferno Dragons for a while to destroy bases. But, and it's a big but, they appear to be just about broken right now. Okay, and what I mean by broken is there's just way too many 3-star attacks being carried out by players using the same or similar army and strategy. This is usually a relatively bad sign for Clash of Clans because you want to see a variety of attacks, right? You need to see a bunch of different armies being used because that is just good for the game. It's good for the World Championships. It's good all around. Everybody's happy because there's lots of different ways to succeed. Just like there are a lot of different creator codes that you can enter when you choose to support a creator. And what I'm saying is, please, you guys, if you don't want to use code Galadon, at least use another creator's code down there, because this is free money from Supercell to hardworking content creators like yours truly. I would love it if you went to settings, more settings, scroll to the bottom and typed in my name, but at least use somebody's name, because everybody works hard to create content, and this is a great way you guys can help without costing you a penny. All right, so that attack is over, but real quick, check this out. Look at this. Chronos did this attack in 1 minute and 52 seconds. He 3-starred a nearly fully maxed out Town Hall 14 in 1 minute 52. That is another danger sign that this attack is just way too strong. Now let's go ahead and break down this attack, and then I want to get into why I think that this actually maybe is not truly game-breaking. We'll get to that in just a moment, but let's just watch how this goes. Obviously, you'll see the funnels are relatively similar. You've got an E-Dragon on one side, usually a hero or a couple of heroes on the other corner, then the balloons, then the Inferno Dragons. We're also seeing, of course, early usage of the Grand Warden ability while there's a lot of damage coming in. And then, one of the biggest keys here, the skeleton spells. That and the blimp. Watch the blimp roll to the town hall pretty much every single time, wiping it out, usually with balloons, sometimes with yetis, and of course, again, skeleton spells. Watch as there are so many of these peppered around the base, distracting the key defenses. Specifically, I would say it looks like there's 3 they're targeting. Inferno Towers, single Inferno Towers, Scatter Shots, and defensive Archer Queens. All of those are forces that can devastate an Inferno Dragon army, and stopping them with the skeleton spells, or rather getting them to spin around, look the other way, not know what's coming, definitely makes a huge difference. So this is one of those attacks that appears on the surface to be pure spam, and you're gonna wipe them out, and it's easy. Everybody should train up an army of Inferno Dragons and balloons, and that is my number one argument why I don't think this is truly game-breaking, and that is, this is an attack that actually requires skill. It requires a significant amount of planning. It requires beautiful spell timing and placement, Warden and other hero ability usage, and of course, getting that blimp in and getting it to the town hall. Now, in addition to that, also, and this is probably the number one reason that I don't think that this attack is game breaking, okay, even though it sort of kind of is at the moment. Okay, that's confusing, right? Okay, this is what I mean, okay? Yes, there are way too many 3-stars happening with Inferno Dragons right now, but I think that it mostly has to do with base design. I do think that if players adjust their base designs, you will see less Inferno Dragon 3-stars. Obviously, right now, air has an advantage, and that probably has to do with the lack of upgrades to air targeting defenses at Town Hall 14. We saw bomb towers and cannons get upgrades, along with the Eagle and Scatter Shots, which obviously can target air, but think about it. You have not seen the big upgrades to Wizard Towers and Archer Towers yet, and of course air defenses, and we know those are coming. So maybe those are coming sooner rather than later because of this, but also, and I kind of got off track here, but that's because I'm Galadon and I get off track a lot, but also what I was going to say was, I think the base design, specifically a lot of ground targeting expos, are the reason you're seeing attacks like this be so incredibly successful, right? Obviously, it's not one army fits all, and that is not something we're seeing even here. And this is the first day of CWL with Tribe, and yes, they are doing way more Inferno Dragon attacks than I expected, than they've ever done before, but there's also some Queen Charge or Suihiro Lalo, there's also some hybrid happening. All of those attacks are continuing to be successful, because remember, these guys are pros, and they are not just using a one army fits all strategy like E-Dragons at Town Hall 13 were for so long for so many average players. These are guys that break down every defensive setting and placement on the base, where the Teslas are, where the heroes are, and they go in accordingly. They're taking care of bases that are specifically weak against specific armies, and that's why we didn't see, for instance, 15 3-stars from 15 Inferno Dragon attacks on day one of CWL. Now, I will tell you this. As of right now, as I'm recording this episode, Tribe is on their way to a perfect day one in CWL. They have conducted 9 attacks. They have 27 stars. They have not failed to 3-star a base yet. And as you can see, they used at least 4. I'm going to say right now, out of the 9, there's probably 6 that were Inferno Dragon attacks, and that is why the knee-jerk reaction is, oh, Inferno Dragons are broken. There's way too many people getting 3 stars with it. And that's also why we have to think about other factors like base design before we just jump to the conclusion that Inferno Dragons are as broken as any troop has ever been. Now, of course, there's been many other instances where other troops have been broken. Think about Hog Riders, think about Witches, think about Valkyries at one point where everybody was using them and they were crushing. It is much more important right now that the Clash of Clans team gets the balance right, because if that were to be the case, then you would see simply everybody perfect warring everybody else, and it would be the same army composition or virtually the same every single time. We're not seeing that. The defenses that Tribe has been getting have been a variety of attacks as well. So overall, yes, against certain bases, Inferno Dragons are definitely too strong. They're definitely too good, but this is probably a problem just as much for the base designers in Clash of Clans as it is for the design team. And also, we have to wait and see what happens later on in the week, because obviously not all clans, even in Champion 1, are created equal. You know, we have not seen any fully maxed out bases. You can see even right here on the screen, there's a builder hut or 2 that haven't even been upgraded yet. What are you doing upgrading things like walls and not doing your builder huts? Okay, I realized they had wall rings or whatever, but I'm just saying, builder huts are huge, and I've been meaning to make an episode that was dedicated just to the statistical significance of upgrading builder huts and why they are so critically important. I'm actually continually shocked that these players that are up here at this competitive level have not essentially built four brand new defenses that do more damage, net damage, when you include the healing, than pretty much any other defense on the map. But there I go again, getting off track, getting off subject. I was supposed to be talking about Inferno Dragons, and now I'm way off on something else, but I apologize. We're going to come back to Inferno Dragons and let you decide down in the comments, and let me know if you guys think they are broken or just bent. Thank you guys, Galafam, for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode, and you know that makes you the true hashtag Galafam. That's why I love, thinking about, and appreciate every single one of you every single day. So get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks. Galadon, you know it's going to be broken is your tongue if you don't slow down.